All right, this little overview is about Sedna, and we're going to look at just some background information on the myth that will hopefully help you as you're reading. So, who are the Inuits? Well, the Inuit, the Yupiat, Inupiat, and a couple of other groups they are in Alaska, parts of Canada, and other groups are in eastern Siberia and Greenland. And they all belong to the same group. You can see on the map here sort of how they're, this is like looking down at the Arctic Circle, sort of looking at that distribution of these different groups that all fall under the Inuit name. Some of these Inuit have been given the name Eskimo. That was not a name of their choosing, and they don't particularly care for it. But if you've heard the word Eskimo before, these are the people we're talking about. So, the mythology of the Arctic peoples reflects the harsh environment in which they live, the bleak winter landscapes, and which makes starvation a very real danger. And you're going to find that many of the myths that we read are influenced by their geographical locations. You see here people sort of dressed in some traditional clothing, and you can see how bundled up they are because this is the environment for much of the year. Since agriculture is virtually impossible, food stores are dependent upon the availability of animals. Um, Spirits and their moods, whether angry or benevolent, control the fertility of the region's sea and land creatures, and you'll see that in the Sedna story. When she is displeased, she is reluctant to allow animals to come within captured distance of the Inuit, and they can go hungry. Shamans, and the shamans are mentioned briefly, I believe, at the end of Sedna. I think they're in the head note as well, but I think they're also in the end of our short version of Sedna. Shamans are spirit mediums who are able to communicate with the spirit world, and they help the inhabitants of a culture, and shamans are in a lot of different cultures. We're just looking at Inuit shamans here. They help the people of the Arctic region maintain a balance. So if food is scarce, the shaman will try to discover what taboos have been broken. And taboos are acts forbidden to a culture, and severe penalties and effects can result from breaking taboos. So the story of Sedna explains one of these taboos, that land animals and sea creatures must be prepared separately. For whatever reason, this is part of the Inuit tradition. We may not understand or think that other people's taboos make much sense, but it makes sense to them for whatever reasons. If taboos are broken, the spirits, such as Sedna, may become angry and refuse their bounty or goodwill. In Sedna's case, she may refuse to send animals, and the people may starve. And the last image here is sort of, you see those small boats, and this is a particular type of kayak, and traditionally a hunter would be equipped just with this harpoon, and you can see how dependent the people would be. Let's go back to that image of the sea here. How dependent people would be on the sea for bounty, and how quickly that could be taken away. So I hope that gives you a little bit of cultural background to the Sedna myth.